576 days ago I made my first video for YouTube, and since then I've found tons of tools that have helped me to grow my channel. So in this video I'm going to show you every free tool that I use in my video creation process. There's over 40 of them. But not only that, I'll show you some of the special and kind of hidden features that each tool has to offer, and how to use them to grow your channel faster. But the first stage in my video creation process is coming up with the topic and idea. And this is before even thinking about making the video, but there are times when I'm like, what should I make my next video about? And I struggle to come up with an idea. But fortunately, there are 5 free tools to help you get your video ideas flowing. Let me show you. Now, first up is YouTube Studio. YouTube Studio has a feature that you might not even be aware of, and you can find it within the Analytics tab of both the website and the mobile app. And it's within this tab called Inspiration. YouTube basically gives you video ideas based on what your audience is looking for at the moment on YouTube. For example, my audience are looking for things like YouTube content ideas for beginners, content creation ideas for beginners, and content creation strategy. And you can then decide to either save or swipe away that idea. But this feature also shows you other creators' videos to help inspire your next video. Now, these might be videos that have worked well for creators outside of your niche, but don't worry, because later we're going to get onto a tool that allows you to remix high performing video titles within seconds, and it turns those titles, no matter what niche they're in, into a title that's relevant to your niche. And no, it's not ChatGPT, although that is a tool we're going to cover. It's a tool that actually allows you to do it within YouTube itself. Now, one of my favourite tools is a Chrome plugin by vidIQ, and when you install this tool onto your computer, you get this thing pop up on YouTube videos called VPH. This just stands for views per hour, and it shows you how many views the video is getting per hour. But as well as the VPH stat, it also shows you this multiply stat, which is basically saying how well the video is performing in comparison to the average performance of every other video on that channel. So this one here is performing 1.2 times better, which isn't great. But let's check out another video from the same channel. Yeah, we have a video that's performing 5.6 times better than the channel's average. But why is this multiplier so important and helpful for our videos? Well, it helps you to see which videos are getting way more views than usual. And when a video gets lots of views, that means a lot of people are interested. And if lots of people are interested, that means the video's idea is validated. And it also means that if you use an outlier as inspiration for a video on your channel, it has the chance of performing well and resonating with a lot of people too. So we can see this video has performed 5.6 times better than the channel's average, and we could make note of this outlier or take a screenshot and use it for a video idea on our channel in the future. For example, if I were to use this outlier as an inspiration for my next video, I could call the video something like "Why it's almost impossible to make a viral video," and I could replace these 3 labels with 3 videos, and there's text on each video that says 28 views, 258 views and 2.8 million views, and the last one has an arrow pointing to it which says viral or almost impossible. Alright, now onto one of my favourite tools that I actually don't know where I'd be without. ChatGPT has been a tool that's allowed me to produce video ideas very quickly. While I don't use ChatGPT to generate ideas for my channel now, I use other methods that I've covered already or I'm going to cover in a little bit. It definitely helped me to come up with lots of video ideas as a beginner. You can just type a prompt like, "ChatGPT, I'm making a video for my YouTube channel. You are my YouTube strategist. My channel makes videos about Minecraft stories. Please give me..." I always try and be kind to AI so that it doesn't turn against me in the future. But please give me 20 highly intriguing video ideas that people interested in Minecraft cannot resist. Then ChatGPT will give you 20 great video ideas. Now you can just replace Minecraft with whatever your niche is about. Alright, 2 more tools, and these tools are perfect for finding out exactly what people want you to make videos about. Answer the Public is a tool that allows you to type in keywords and brings up what people have been searching on search engines like Google, Bing, YouTube, TikTok, and even Amazon. Just pop in a keyword or phrase and search through the results it provides. It's always best to use around 1 to 2 keywords to get the best results with this tool. or use YouTube. But don't forget that Google owns YouTube, so Google also loves to show YouTube videos in search results. So you can use this to your advantage when using keywords in your titles or keywords in your video settings. Once you put in your keywords or phrase, you'll be able to come up with video ideas that answer the questions that your audience has been asking. But I also like to head to Reddit, which is a community-based platform for people interested in hundreds of thousands of different topics. But I sometimes head into YouTube help-related communities to see what other YouTubers are struggling with, and it's been a big help with coming up with video ideas to help solve these problems. What I like to do is see what topics are trending and have the most engagement. These are usually indicators that this is what most people want to know the answer to. Alright, now you have an idea for your video, it's time to come up with how to package it. The first place I like to start is coming up with a title, and there are 5 free tools that help you come up with killer titles for your videos. When we looked at outliers earlier, you might have noticed this funky looking purple icon next to the multiplier icon from the vidIQ plugin. Well, this purple icon is from another plugin that helps you to rewrite video titles for your niche, and it's really simple to use. You just download the plugin, answer a few questions to basically let the plugin know which niche you're in so that it can give you better results. But then when you click on the purple icon when you have YouTube open, it generates variations of that title for your niche in particular. So I definitely suggest going to check out Creator Hooks Pro if you struggle with coming up with video titles. But we'll quickly revisit some tools that we looked at earlier and how they can help you create killer titles. And first up is vidIQ. And if you remember the video idea tool that we looked at earlier using vidIQ, then this tool I'm about to show you is basically a more overpowered version, and it actually can be accessed within YouTube Studio. When you head to a previous video or a video you're about to upload and you click in the title area, a drop down appears of different title ideas you could use for your video. But the vidIQ tool also gives you a little score indicator to predict how well your video will perform. If you think the title will do better than the one that you've got already, then go ahead and click on it. It'll then replace your title and update it once you hit save in YouTube Studio. But it might also suggest some title ideas that might not work for this video, but could work really well for a future video. So keep your eyes peeled for those too. Thirdly, we have our good friend ChatGPT, but it's really easy to get ChatGPT to generate title ideas for your videos, and here's a prompt that you could use. By the way, with these prompts, don't worry about writing them down word for word right now, because I'm going to tell you about something later on that's going to make it so much easier for you. But here's the prompt for generating title ideas with ChatGPT. ChatGPT, I'm making a video for my YouTube channel. You are my YouTube strategist. My channel makes videos about Minecraft stories. Please give me 20 highly intriguing video titles that people interested in Minecraft cannot resist. They have to be less than 54 characters long. If your title's longer than 54 characters, then it'll be cut off on some devices, or it'll be cut off when it's displayed on some sections on YouTube. We'll add our title and title variations to the top of a Google Doc, which is what I use to write my scripts. But there's also another tool that you can use to pull all of your ideas together so that you can get a good overview of your video concept. And this tool, called Milanote, can help you pull your ideas together onto one big but organised board. And here's one that I used for a previous video. Now that you've got a title, let's work on our thumbnail, and I always like to sketch out my thumbnail idea onto my notes app on my phone, but I basically sketch it out to see whether it's a good enough idea to develop. It also helps me to make thumbnails quicker in Photoshop because there's less guesswork, like where should I put my text, or what colours should I use, where should I position the elements, because everything is already sketched out. And a free alternative to Photoshop is Canva. And I actually used Canva when I first started making my thumbnails, and it did a pretty decent job of making them. Although Photoshop has definitely been a game changer for me, I'd recommend Canva as a starting point so that you can understand the basics of making thumbnails before jumping into something as sophisticated and high level as Photoshop. I've also used Flat Icon in the past to bring in other elements into my thumbnail. You can search your whole database of icons and choose the one that suits your thumbnail best. But a great tool for removing backgrounds from your image is Adobe Background Remover. An Adobe Background Remover quickly removes any background from your image. The only downside to this is that it relies on Wi-Fi to remove the background, so it could take a while. So the alternative is to use your phone. And there's a really cool tool within the iPhone that allows you to remove a background from any profile image. All you need to do is hold on the subject of your image and drag and drop it into a messaging software so that you can send it to yourself. You can then drag in the image into Canva on your computer and start editing the thumbnail from there. But if you want to use a specific colour for your thumbnail that you really like but you can't seem to match, then use this Chrome plugin called ColorZilla. It lets you pick a colour from your screen and then tells you the exact hex code for the colour that you've selected. You can then enter that hex code into Canva. While we're on the topic of colour, if you aren't sure how certain colours work together, Adobe Colour is a great tool for helping you understand the basics of colour theory. I'd focus on the Triad tool, which shows you which colours work best together based on the main colour that you've selected. Then try only using these colours in your thumbnail, and you'll see how much cleaner your thumbnail looks. And it actually also helps your thumbnail to stand out more. Alright, we're back to vidIQ, but this time I'm going to show you a really cool feature that it has. If you head to this Generate tab, you can generate a video idea, but as part of the process it also generates some thumbnail ideas that you can use too. Now, I don't really use this, but it's a great starting point if you're a beginner. One really cool tool that I like using to get a behind the scenes look of how other creators choose their thumbnails is a tool called View Stats. It lets you see when creators change their thumbnails, the thumbnails they used in their A/B tests, and how this impacted their views. And it also lets you see title changes too. You can then use what they learn from their thumbnail changes to help you make better thumbnails. Now we're getting onto my favourite tool throughout this entire video creation process. Now, you might not agree, you might think it's boring, but it's definitely a tool that's helped me to understand how to package videos in a way that's intriguing and makes people click. ThumbsUp.tv helps me to see how my titles and thumbnails look together in different places on YouTube, and this is where I make the decision to decide what title and thumbnail to use for my video. But Figma is another tool that I like to use to see how my title and thumbnail look in comparison to other titles and thumbnails across YouTube. I basically take a screenshot of the homepage, put it into Figma, and then put the screenshot of my title and thumbnail into that Figma file too. It basically helps you to see whether your title and thumbnail will stand out or not. But with every single video that I make, I like to have a video goal because it helps me to measure the success of a video. But there are many goals that I could choose from, such as increasing revenue, views, engagement, watch time, click-through rate, and so on. But at the moment, I'm basically working on an awesome list of people that I can provide value to via email. But why email? Well, it's the one platform where you can't instantly lose your access to all of your subscribers. So to get incredible people like you guys to subscribe to my email newsletter, I have to create something that you really want access to. And my favourite way to do this is through giving out a free guide. And I like creating all of my free guides on a tool called Notion. And Notion allows you to create nicely designed pages with a pretty slick user interface. Sorry, I realised this microphone wasn't working for the entirety of that section, so you're just gonna have to make do with my phone audio for that, but you know what, we'll carry on. But you can also set your Notion page up so that users who access it can duplicate it to their own Notion account. Oh, and you can also publish the pages that you make, effectively turning them into websites or landing pages. But to collect emails, I basically put the free guides behind a form where people enter their first names and email address. And to do this, I use a tool called ConvertKit. I set it up so that when someone enters their information and hits submit, they automatically get an email from me, which is specific to that giveaway that they've just signed up to. Then that email just links them through to the free guide. But another goal you could have for your video is monetization through affiliate links or affiliate programs. But what does affiliate actually mean? Well, it basically means to make money by people purchasing a product or clicking on a link you have down in your description. And I've made over $50 from my affiliate links, and it's actually helped to keep my annual subscriptions going. So it's a really useful way for making money online. But once you've decided on your video goal, it's time to start scripting. I know, you're probably thinking, what's the point in scripting? Or what if I told you that focusing more time on scripting has got me a higher retention rate than focusing more time on my editing? It's true. So here are some tools that I use to help me write scripts for my videos. Now this one speaks for itself, but Google Docs is the tool that I use to write my scripts. It shows my version history, allows me to add comments, highlight sections, and keeps all my scripts in one place. I used to use Notion, but things got a little bit messy in there. But Google Docs helps me to keep my scripts nice and organised, and it helps me to get to my scripts quickly. Now you could, if you really wanted to, use ChatGPT to write an entire script for your video, but I would never recommend doing that, especially if you don't want a script that sounds nothing like you. It actually ends up making more work for you because you have to read through it all and make a load of edits. Well, at least that's what I found from using it in the past. But what I found ChatGPT to be really useful for in the past is to help me to write certain sections of my script, or to actually help with the actual script structure. Now these are some prompts that I've used in the past, and feel free to use them. Prompt number 1, ChatGPT, I'm about to provide you with a section of my script for a YouTube video I'm making about X. Please could you help make it more concise and write it in a way that will hold my audience's attention. Also, if you think it needs it, please make it more interesting. For context, my audience are people that are interested in why. The way you write it should sound like how I talk. So here's a snippet of what I've said in previous videos as an example. Then open bracket, I will provide you with the script section that I referenced in my first line after this. Close bracket. So all you need to do is head to your latest YouTube video, click on more in the description, then click show transcript. Then you head over to these 3 dots, click on them, and click toggle timestamps. Then copy and paste a section of your script into ChatGPT, or you could copy and paste the entire transcript. Then you send another prompt to ChatGPT once you've sent that transcript, and you say, here's a section of the script that I want you to help me with. Then you paste in the section of the script. But if you want ChatGPT to help you with the opening line of your video or the hook of your video, then you could use this prompt. ChatGPT, I'm making a YouTube video about X. I want you to help me come up with 10 variations for the hook of my video. I'm struggling to write one. Please make it relevant to my audience that are interested in why. It should be quick, punchy, and sound like how I speak. Now here's a fun fact, ChatGPT actually remembers all the conversations that you've had with it across different chats. So if you say write how I would talk on a different chat with ChatGPT, then ChatGPT has already determined how you talk on another chat. For example, by providing it with a transcript from a previous video, then in theory, it'll remember how you talk. But researching what you're about to talk about in your video actually helps you to sound like you know what you're talking about. So if you want to sound a little bit more intelligent, or you want your audience to understand something better, then there are tools out there that can help you do that. Now, there is obviously Google, but there's something Google has now that comes with pretty much every search query, and that is a Gemini result. And if you aren't familiar with Gemini, then it's basically Google's version of ChatGPT, and it provides you with factual results quickly. But I've found it so much easier and so much quicker to research about the thing that I'm researching about by using Gemini. But when it comes to writing my scripts, I also use a tool called Quillbot, and it just points out any spelling or grammatical errors in my writing. But just a quick one, after scripting, I do sometimes like to storyboard my videos if there's a lot going on than just a normal talking head. But when I do storyboard, it's just a way of helping me to understand exactly what I'm filming and exactly how I'm filming it. If your videos consist of doing things in different locations or doing things in kind of unique ways, maybe that's animation or drawing, then I recommend storyboarding. And a quick way that you can put a storyboard together is by using our good friend ChatGPT. And it's basically just helped me to come up with interesting shot ideas in B-roll that I can use in my videos. And you could use this prompt that I've used in the past. ChatGPT, create a shot list in a table format from the following script. Split it into columns: scene, location, what the shot is of, shot type, exterior, interior, and the part of the script that's being used during the shot. Do not miss out any of the following script. Give me shot ideas for the following script. Then insert your script. And to make my storyboards, I use a tool called Figma. And I've already made a template storyboard, which I'll link in the description below if you think it's going to be helpful for your videos. But with Figma, you can draw, type, add shapes, images and lines, and it's basically a tool for presenting ideas in a customized way. I've found it useful for helping me to storyboard and put ideas together, even though its main purpose is for designing websites. Alright, so we've gone over all of this planning for the video, and now we're going to hit the production side of things, and we start off with recording. And the recording stage is basically putting everything that we've just planned into action. And there are 2 free tools that can help you to record your videos. Now, if you don't have access to a professional recording setup or at least a high quality microphone, then you can use something like Adobe's Voice Enhancer, which allows you to upload audio files of your voice and turns them into professional sounding recordings. Now, I've never had amazing results with this tool, but it's definitely a tool that helps to improve the quality that you get by just using your phone audio. Now, this next free tool sounds a little bit silly, but pretty much everyone watching this video will have one. And it's the camera on your phone. Now, you can argue that this isn't free, but then you could argue that every single tool over here isn't free either, because you have to buy some technology to access it, but I won't get into that. But I've seen people complain about the quality of the video that their phone gets, but the main problem with a poor quality video on a phone is actually down to the lighting. You can see what I mean. So if you want to improve the quality of the video on your phone, then just look at improving the quality of your lighting. And I've already done a video on that, which actually includes some free ways you can improve your lighting. Alright, now I've been editing videos for over 15 years, but it was only in 2023 that I came across my favourite free video editing software, which I now use to edit all of my YouTube videos, and it's called DaVinci Resolve. I am so sorry for my terrible handwriting, but you can get a digital version of this down below. But DaVinci Resolve offers some of the best colour grading on any video editing software, which gives your videos a professional look, and it also has a user interface which allows you to move seamlessly between the video, effects, audio and export timelines. And I've only ever known it to crash on me once or twice over the past year, which in comparison to other softwares that I've used is extremely low. But another reason I love DaVinci Resolve is because I came across two of my favourite effects plugins, which are completely free. Now these plugins allow you to add smooth zoom ins and outs and allow you to control how video elements animate in, from whips to zooms, and these two plugins are made by the same creator. By the way, I've made a free guide with all of these tools on, and I'll keep updating the guide with any free tools that I find in the future, and it also means you don't have to worry about remembering all of these tools or just trying to read my writing. Oh, and it also includes all those ChatGPT prompts that I mentioned earlier, so you can just copy and paste them into your ChatGPT. Now, if you're looking for a large database of free stock footage, then Pexels is a great resource for that. And this is perfect for if you're a faceless channel, or if you're someone that struggles to get their own B-roll. But if you're looking for something that gives you a huge amount of options for GIFs or memes, by the way, I never know whether it's GIFs or GIFs. To me, it's always been GIFs, but comment down below what you think. Vlipsy is the tool that you need, and to get the files, you just save them to your computer, and you can drag them into your editing project from there. But another way to get videos from your computer screen is by using a tool called QuickTime Movie Player. And this just allows you to screen record your screen. All you need to do is click File, New Screen Recording, and record from there. Then you just save it to your computer. But I hear you non-Mac users, so if you don't have access to a Mac, then another option for you is OBS Studio. Because OBS Studio is a great alternative for screen recordings if you don't have access to QuickTime on a Mac. But you can also use your phone for screen recording, which I use a lot, especially if I'm drawing diagrams or text on my phone. But to draw diagrams or text, or if I'm doing some sort of animation on my phone, then I'll use the Notes app, which is another free tool. And by the way, if you want to add some free stock photos to your videos, or some free vector images to your videos, then you can use a tool called VectEasy. But if these images don't download to your computer for whatever reason, then one of the most underrated tools that I use on my laptop or computer is the screenshot tool. And to screenshot on a Mac, all you need to do is hold Command-Shift-4, then you can select the section of the screen that you want to screenshot. Or if you want to do a full screen screenshot, it's Command-Shift-3. But another underrated tool is Apple's AirDrop, which I use a heck of a lot because I record all my videos on my phone. And I believe Android has an AirDrop equivalent called QuickShare. But if neither AirDrop or QuickShare work for you, then you can use WeTransfer, which can be used online or downloaded to your phone from the App Store. Now, of course, most videos aren't complete without music to go with it, but YouTube Studio has a whole library of royalty-free music and sound effects that you can use in your videos. Now, once your video is ready, once you've edited it, you can upload it to YouTube Studio. And you can find a full breakdown of uploading videos to YouTube Studio linked in the description below. And the breakdown actually includes the best settings to use on your videos to bring in the right audience for your channel. Now, after publishing a video, it's time to promote it on whatever social media account you have in connection with your YouTube channel. So for example, you could use X, Instagram, Facebook, the YouTube community tab, and many more. But each of these social channels have their own free tools for scheduling content. But my favourite is Metrical. With Metrical, you can schedule content to X, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and so on. Now, some other free ways to promote your content could be through Reddit communities, Facebook groups, or through your newsletter. But my most successful way of promoting a video has been through a pinned comment of high-performing videos. But you might have better results with the other options that I've mentioned. Now, once I've posted, I like to review how well it's performed in YouTube Studio. Look at the views, the CTR, which is click-through rate, the AVD, which is average view duration, the retention rate, and the impressions. But some other free tools that give you insights into how well your videos performed include vidIQ, TubeBuddy, which I've not mentioned yet in this video, and ViewStats. But my favourite tool of all of these is YouTube Studio. Now, what I found really useful for tracking my progress and seeing how far I've come in my YouTube journey is journaling, and I like to use a free application called Day One. Now, the idea, though I'm not great at sticking to it at the moment, is to write down your key highlights from your day, good or bad, and it builds up a big database of your thoughts and feelings, helping you to keep track of your personal development. But another thing it's great for, and I don't know many people that think about it like this, is it helps you to understand how you can make better content for people that are in a similar position to what you were in. Now, if you journaled about a problem that you were having, you might look back at it in a few months or a year's time and have a solution to that problem you were having, which you could then make a video about. Then that video is going to massively help that person that's in a similar position to what you were in. But your video's life doesn't end after hitting publish. You can repurpose your video to bring in more views and more subscribers to your channel, which is one of the main reasons that I think writing a script is so important. You can use it to create content for newsletters, social posts, and short form videos. But to create short form content, I like to use CapCut. It's just easy to access and quick to edit from your mobile phone. I use my script and read actionable parts or summarize sections and turn it into a short form video. But if after creating a video you did something that worked really well and it brought in more views or saved you some time or helped you make a better video in general, then you could start building a system that you use each time you come to making a video to make your whole video creation process quicker and easier. Now, I've used Miro in the past to help me create systems and strategies, like this system for repurposing content. But you could also use Figma to build systems like this. Miro just lets you create these systems a bit quicker than Figma does. But it would be pointless using any of these tools without knowing how to actually get views on YouTube. In fact, using these tools without knowing how to get views is like spending all your time and effort looking after a garden where nothing will ever grow. So check out this video where I share the biggest lessons I've learned since joining YouTube, breaking down some of my highest performing videos, and I also help my subscribers grow their channel faster by debunking some myths and giving them detailed feedback on how to improve their channel. It's true. You're awesome.